everyone and welcome to my long anticipated yearly favorites videos. I did one on Instagram. I did the top 17 of 2017, but I felt like I neglected a lot of products, so I decided to do it again over here on the YouTube platform. So without any further ado, Happy New Year. I have a long list of products. Grab yourself something to eat and let's just start talking about them. The first category I want to talk about is tools. By tools I mean either sponges or brushes, makeup brushes, not painting brushes, because while that is great, I just happen to be not that interested in that at the moment. Maybe it will change at some point in my life, but for now the answer is no. So for face brushes, or actually for just brushes in general, I'm gonna have to talk about Wayne Goss brushes. These brushes are exclusive to Beautylish, so if you want to get your hands on them, you're gonna have to buy it through Beautylish. But let me tell you something, let me comfort you. Beautylish is one of my favorites for 2017. It's one of the best websites to buy beauty products off of. They have amazing range of products, and the products are super top-notch, high quality, and the service and the shipping is unbelievably amazing. I live in Israel and Beautylish is an American website, and I get my products within less than a week. Yeah, it's awesome, amazing. So Beautylish ships and sells Wayne Goss brushes. The brushes I have is, first of all, I got one brush to just try out and see if it's actually worth all of the hype and all of the rave that it gets, the line gets. And I got the Airbrush blush, or the Airbrush brush, yeah. And it's just like the softest thing ever. I've never felt anything remotely as soft as this. And I have good quality brushes, let me tell you that. I have good quality brushes, but these are just unbeatable. These are right now what I compare any brush to. It's that soft. I use this for powder products. So any powder product I feel like using, I could potentially use it for contour, for bronzer, blush, highlighter, but I like to use it for face powder. So I like to use it to pack powder underneath my eyes and also all over my face. I like the size of it because it's small and it fits right under my eye, and also fits like right in the corners of my nose and stuff like that. And I also like it for target powdering kind of areas, like if you want to powder your T-zone and stuff like that, you don't really need a huge brush for that, so this is perfect. The second brush that I love from the line is number 202, and this brush is just as wonderful as the first one in terms of feel, in terms of quality, in terms of function. This is what I love using for contouring and also for bronzing my face. Such an amazing brush. I don't know how he makes these brushes so soft, but it's working wonders for me. Third one is probably my least favorite from the line, and I don't really know if I'm using it correctly, but I use it to kind of diffuse everything on my face. If I want to blend stuff and I want to make them look like one, I use this one. I also sometimes use it for highlighter, like if I want to highlight the tops of my cheekbones and stuff like that, I use this one. It's good, it's very soft. I say that these are better than this, but in general, I'm not talking about specific brushes here, I'm talking about the line. The Wayne Goss brushes line is really strong, and I highly recommend it. I also like 3 specific brushes from MAC that I tried this year. The first 2 is probably because of the influence of some YouTubers like Desi and also all of them are MAC brushes. This one is the MAC 135, and I adore the shape of this one to use really pigmented bronzers. If the bronzer is really pigmented, like some of the few that I'm going to talk about today, this applies it so impeccably on the skin, so smoothly. It just blends very well. It doesn't look patchy or anything like that. It's so even and blended and just amazing. It's not the softest. They're not Wayne Goss kind of softness, but they're pretty good and I really like them. The next one that I have here is the 137, and I love using this for really pigmented blushes. If the blush is so pigmented that it scares me and I don't want to use it, but the color is so beautiful that I kind of want to, this is what I apply it with. It's just so great. It picks up the right amount of pigmentation and diffuses it so beautifully on the skin. It's unbeatable. Again, this brush is just so nice. It's not Wayne Goss kind of softness, but it's also very functional. I just love it. Last but not least, it's probably my most used out of these 133, and this is the 133 brush. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, and I love it. I love to use it. I love it with like highlighters that aren't shimmery, that are just like so sheeny, and you almost want to use it all over your face, like center of your forehead, on the bridge of your nose, a little bit on the chin, and stuff like that. I love using this brush with, and it's great. Finally, for the last kind of tool, we have, I can't believe I only tried it this year, but we have the Beautyblender. I mean, do I need to say any more? I think we all know how good. I only tried it this year, and I regret that. I wish I had had it all of my life, all of my makeup life at least. I would have been so happy. Let's talk about some complexion products, and by complexion I mean foundations and stuff like that. I want to start off with concealers because this was the year that I discovered two really hyped up concealers that I've never used before, and I kind of feel like I should have used it all of my life as well. The first one comes from the drugstore, and it's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Oh wow, this is what I have underneath my eyes at the moment today, and it's just the most lightweight, really nicely pigmented, but not too heavy and not too light kind of pigmentation. Like a little bit goes a long way with it, and it's nice, and it doesn't crease too much. It doesn't settle into fine lines and accentuate anything that you don't want to accentuate. It doesn't feel drying underneath the eyes. It's just really good. It's worth the hype. If you've never tried this one before, I highly recommend you. It's really good. And then we of course have a concealer that's so underrated on the Instagram and YouTube areas or platforms, and that's the Tarte Shape Tape. Have you heard of it? If you haven't, I mean, I don't blame you. No one, almost no one talks about this. Clearly, I'm kidding. Tarte Shape Tape is like one of the most raved about products of the year, and for good reasons. I cannot fault this. It's just unbeatable. Again, it's just one of those products you can rely on. It's going to do you well. It's not going to tray you and crease and do crazy things. It's one of the most long-lasting, heavily pigmented, yet like comfortable under the eyes and all over the face kind of products. I adore it. Mwah. The best. Probably I like it. Well, actually, I do like it more than Maybelline, but I still love Maybelline a lot. But this is just the king of concealers. Yeah, great. For foundation, there was only one that I was like really obsessed with this year, and this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. I've had this before, and for some reason I just didn't like it, but this year something clicked, and finally I understand why a lot of people like this. It's really good, like really good, and I feel sorry I didn't discover it earlier. It's not what I have on my face right now. I don't remember what I have on my face right now. I think it was like a L'Oreal concoction with like lots of L'Oreal products. But this is awesome. It's kind of very natural on the skin. It feels great. It covers very well. It lasts for the entire day. I like it a lot. It's very natural. It's not too matte, not too dewy. It's just a great concealer or foundation, and I highly recommend you try it. Alrighty, now we have powders. We have loose and we have pressed. For pressed powder, we have of course the Charlotte Tilbury. What is this actually called? Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. I have the shade number 01. So the shade I have is number 1, Fair. This is what it looks like. Can you see that I like this product? I mean, I didn't hit pan at all. There's no pan in the center whatsoever. Clearly this has been like the only powder I was consistently using throughout the entire year. It's amazing, truly. I even traveled with this, and that's a sign. When you travel with something, it really means that you truly love it, and I love this so much. It's the best powder. It's so natural on the skin and just amazing. I love it so much. For loose, we have another really expensive powder, unfortunately. It's really expensive. And I'm sorry about this, but it's the best I've ever tried. And it's the Dior, what is this actually called? Diorskin Nude Air Loose Powder. I have backup. And when you have backup for something, that means something. It means that you just can't live without it. And if it runs out while you're in the middle of setting your eyelids or something, you just gotta have a backup. I just do. If I run out of this in the middle of a situation where I don't have backup, I'm gonna panic and bad things are gonna happen. I'm gonna kill someone because I'm gonna just race to the store to get another one of these, another top. It's just so good. It's so flawless and comfortable under my eyes. This is what I have again underneath my eyes, and it's just the best. The best. I did try Laura Mercier. I just don't like it that much. I just didn't. I feel like this one is lighter and it's just better, and it's I love it. I just do. Anyways, moving on from that to some eye products, because I don't have a lot of eye products this time. So the first thing I want to say about eye products is that I really wasn't wearing a lot of eyeshadow last year. I probably only did that a few times, give or take. But when I was wearing eyeshadow, I always wore primer, obviously, and I wore primer with some other products I'm going to talk about right now. But the primer of the year, the eye primer of the year, in my opinion, and in many people's opinion apparently, is the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extended Eye Base. This is great, especially for hooded eye. I hear a lot of people saying that, and I completely agree. This stops eyeshadow from migrating into your crease and other areas of your eye, of your eyelid, obviously. It's awesome, and it's tacky, so that eyeshadows, like especially glitters, kind of stick to it better, especially when it's freshly applied, and it stops everything from creasing. I have never had a crease ever since I started using this. It's just great. It's better than the paint pots that MAC sells. I still have soft ochre. I don't like soft ochre half as much as I like this one, and this is just amazing. The only thing I wish this had was a little bit of kind of coverage where it can kind of camouflage any kind of veininess on the eyelids, but it's okay, I don't need it that much. Then we have some eyeshadow crayons, and this was something that I truly was a fan of this year. Whenever I felt like having something on my eyes but I wasn't really like in the mood to invest and kind of blend with like matte eyeshadows and do crazy things, I used eye crayons. And there are two eye crayons that I was head over heels in love with this year. This is actually a newer discovery. I actually got it, I think, either in October or November, but ever since I got them, my world changed completely and I became a convert. These are so worth the price tag. They're insanely expensive for what they are. They're just eyeshadow crayons, but they're so good. Have I told you what these things are? I probably haven't. These are the By Terry Ombre Blackstars. Wow. Wow, they get a lot of hype, especially from, I feel, the European side of YouTube, like British people or people like who live almost like in that area or in that region of the universe. Wow, like wow, they're so complex. The colors are absolutely marvelous. I have two shades. I have Misty Rock and I have Frozen Quartz. They're mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. They're so long-lasting. I do wear a primer with them, but I reckon without a primer they're still gonna last just as long because they're that awesome. The colors are great, they're so long-lasting, so easy to blend and so pigmented and shimmery and beautiful. If I could, I would just eat them all up and just have all of my body be covered in these. I would shower in these. I would just like color my entire face with them, but I can't because that would be a waste, because these are so great, and I would rather use them on my eyelids instead of my entire body, but they're so good. Oh my gosh, if you're willing to spend like almost $50 or if not more on one eyeshadow crayon, then I think they're worth it. They're so good. I love them. Okay, then we have affordable eyeshadow crayons. Affordable. And that is great. The day I discovered this, it was such a happy day. I even made a few people buy them and they all love them because they're awesome. And these are the Pupa Made to Last waterproof eyeshadows. I have 8. I used to have 10. I gave away all the dark ones because I wasn't using them. But today I brought my favorite 2 colors to show you. And these are the colors that I always make my friends buy because they're so good. The color 005, which is a beautiful kind of taupe. And the color 004, which is a beautiful bronze. Oh, hold on, I can't open both of these with one hand, or like a hand and a half, or two hands for that matter. But look how beautiful. Oh, they're so gorgeous. I highly recommend them. They're so long lasting and perfect, and they're just as good, honestly, as the By Terry ones, but the colors of the By Terry ones are just what makes them so worth it, because they're so complex, and everyone, even if they don't like makeup, even your dogs might even ask you what's on your eyelid because they're that good. Now, all of these products are shimmery, and this year was the year of shimmer and sparkle on the eyes. So I caved, and while I was in the States, I bought this little thing, and it's the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner. I love this so much. This is in the shade Midnight Cowboy. If this would marry me, I would marry it back, because I'm so committed. This is so good. If you mess up with your liner and you want to kind of save the day, this is your saving grace. This is amazing. If you want to use it on your lower lash line, upper lash line, all over your eyelid, it's not gonna flake, it's not gonna crease, it's not gonna fall off during the day and cover your face with glitter. It's gonna stick there for the entire day, and it's gonna look so glowy and shimmery and sparkly under the light, and it's gonna make your eyes look 10 times better. 10 times better, trust me. Finally, for glittery things, we have, of course, the Still Magnificent Eyes. What are these things called? Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This is different than this. This is suspended in like clear kind of base. This is colored. This is tinted. This is like a rose gold color. The one I have is called Kitten Karma. It has a base. It's not clear, so it's not just a glitter. It's a glitter and a color, so it kind of covers whatever eye look you've done underneath. If you don't want it to cover whatever you've done underneath, you can use these ones. Of course, you can layer and layer these ones until it becomes like totally opaque, but this one is 100% opaque. You can obviously shear it down with your fingers, but you can also use it as a color, like an actual color all over your eyelid or something. It's so good. Again, the same deal. They don't flake, they don't smudge, they don't crease, they don't do anything bad throughout the day, and they're just absolutely perfect. Then we have some eyeliners, and this year, oh, I forgot something really important. For eyeliners, this year we have also some affordable ones. These are from Bourjois, and they're the Bourjois Contour Clubbing Waterproof Eyeliners. They're so incredibly perfect, incredibly long lasting, that you can apply them on your eyelid, in your waterline, on your lash line, on your like lower lash line, and they will stay there until you decide to take them off. It's not like they're gonna fade, smudge, crease, disappear, whatever. They're so long lasting, and that's what I love about them. They're so creamy, insanely creamy, insanely easy to use, and I just adore them. They're amazing products. Okay, now for a proper eyeliner, like a black liner that you can create a flick with, I love this Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. It has a doe foot applicator, like a sponge instead of a brush. Some people prefer brushes, some people prefer sponges. I haven't tried any brush tipped liner, but I truly love this. I love how black it is, and I love how long lasting it is, and it's actually really easy to use. I suck at eyeliners. I truly am the worst, but this makes it somewhat easy, and for that I'm insanely grateful. Thank you for being on the planet while I'm on it as well. Okie dokie, now we have some mascaras. I have 3 mascaras this year because I couldn't narrow it down. The first one that I discovered is from L'Oreal, and it's so hyped up. So many people love it, and I'm one of them. I agree on that. And it's the Lash Paradise Mascara. The best drugstore mascara in terms of like the effect that it creates. It's so voluminous and so lengthening. It gives great definition. It's just incredible, insanely good mascara. And this one is even cheaper. Comes from Essence. And if you see this packaging, it's so creepy. This looks like a face from The Nightmare Before Christmas or something. It's so creepy, but it's so good at the same time. It's the Lash Princess Volume, no, hold on. It's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Amazing! This is so good, and I'm in love with it. So lengthening, voluminous, separating in a nice way, defining. It's perfect. It's so dramatic. It's so out there. When you have this mascara on, you are going bold. Does that make any sense to you? It's not a mascara you can wear and just like without anything on your face, because it looks like false lashes, and false lashes with bare face kind of looks bizarre, if you ask me. Anyways, but the mascara that is high-end, that I don't feel guilty about spending my money on, is from Lancome, and it's the Lancome Monsieur Big. A lot of people talk about this. I'm aware. Is it worth the hype? Are you asking me this question in all seriousness? Are you truly asking me this question? Of course it's worth the hype. Of course. This is amazing. It's amazing. I think this is what I have on my lashes. I didn't layer and layer and layer. I just went with one very soft kind of coat, and that's about it. Love it. It's just so good. Oh, it's really good. Finally, for brows, I have a drugstore and a high-end one. The high-end is, of course, the Brow Wiz by Anastasia. I've never tried this before. I only bought it when I went to the States because I was scared about ordering brow stuff online, because I don't know, I just was kind of cautious about it. But it's great. It's what I have on my eyelashes today. I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's what I have on my eyelashes today. And I think they look bomb. I don't pluck or tweeze or do anything with my eyelashes, so I just let them go crazy. And this just kind of makes them look somewhat less crazy, but still kind of natural, and oh, I just love it so much. Now, the drugstore one is just as good if you ask me, but it needs to be sharpened, and that is a pain in the behind, if you know what I mean. And it's the Jade, what is it actually called? Jade Idyllic Brow Pencil in the color Soft Black. This is my second or third, maybe third, yeah. And I am halfway through this. It's great, it's long lasting, but it needs to be sharpened. If you're not too lazy, I mean, this is awesome. If you are kind of lazy, Anastasia. Anyways, let's move on to some cheek products, shall we? I am ashamed at the amount of cheek products I have to share with you today. But at the same time, I'm really not that ashamed because they were all really good. Cheek products was the product that I was most excited and most obsessed with this year. And I have so many things to share. So let's start with blushes, because this was the year where I discovered a ton of blushes. I want to start off with these cuties because the packaging is so cute and they're so good quality. It's insane. It's literally insane. These are the Too Faced Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush. I have two shades that are truly great. The one that I have on my cheeks today comes from Too Faced, clearly, and it's called Baby Love. And it's I think it's like the most natural one in the line, maybe, but so pretty, so pretty. It's like a mauve browny neutral. So what I have on my cheeks, as I said, love this to death. Great blush. Oh, so good. The other one I like to use when I'm feeling peachy, and that doesn't happen very often, but when it does, this comes in so handy. And it's the color I Will Always Love You, and I will always love it because it's insanely good. This is the color. It looks like a bronzy tangerine kind of shade. Does that make any sense? Does my description kind of match the color? Probably not, because I suck at describing colors, but this is it. It's so pretty. I love it so much, and the embossing is so cute. My most used blush of the year though was without a speck of doubt in my mind the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Cheek Swish and Pop blusher in the color First Love. Oh, this is so insanely good. This is the blush that you need. This is the only blush that you need. If you don't really wear blushes that often and you don't feel like you need a ton of blushes and you want just one that will go well with all of the colors and all of the looks and all of the intensities, if you have intense eyes, lips, whatever, this is the one that you should be buying because it's just so beautifully neutral and so like delicate on the face. It's the best, the absolute best, and I can't recommend this enough. It's the one blush that you need to get. If there's anything from this video that you absolutely need to try, it's this one in this color in particular. It's the best. Alright, then we have some drugstore. No, before we talk about drugstore blushes, let's finish up with the high-end blushes. And we have the most luxurious packaging of life. And it's just, it's so impeccable. It's the perfect packaging, in my opinion. And it's the Marc Jacobs, Marc Jacobs Lines and Last Nights Air Blush. It's called Airbrush, and the color in particular is called Lines and Last Nights. Flawless, perfect. The best color of, this is like the best spring and summer color. It's perfect. It's just truly the prettiest, and the formula is insanely good. If I could, and if I had the feeling that I needed more blushes, which I do, although like I have about 50 blushes at the moment, I shouldn't be buying any more blushes, but if I end up buying more of these, you'll be the first to know on my Instagram, so follow my Instagram. But this is I can't talk enough good things about this. It's so, the formula is like air. It's actually called Air Blush? That makes sense to me. It's so breezy and so easy. It's the best. Okie dokie. Now we have some amazing, insanely affordable blushes. Essence. These are, well, they're from two lines. We have the Satin Touch blushes that everyone loves for such good reason. Let me confirm. I have two shades and I love them to death. This one is called Satin Love, and it's just the best kind of boring looking blush that matches every look you can ever think of kind of blush. It's beautiful. If you don't feel like buying Charlotte Tilbury, this is a good alternative, or another one I'm going to talk about really soon. But another one that's corally and fun for the summer and spring is the Satin Coral, and it's in the number 10. I can tell you that I've used this one more because the embossing inside is starting to fade more. It's so good though. I love it. Then the last one, which is the perfect alternative, except this is matte and not that shimmery, kind of blush for if you want one blush for every eyelid or every lip color you have. You should buy the matte blush in the color Rose Me Up. This is the perfect boring looking blush that you won't look at unless someone told you to. That once you buy it, you can't put it down. You just can't, because it's the perfect color for any look you can possibly think of. So many blushes, I know. I'm with you on that. I'm excessive. No one should talk about 6 different blushes, I think. 6 different ranges of blushes. I still have 2 more because I love blushes, I told you. This is the ever so loved and ever so popular Milani Luminoso. I'm not going to say anything about this because everyone has on YouTube, and you've probably heard a ton of people talk about this. It deserves all the praise it gets because it's just the prettiest color. Look at that. It's such a pretty color. Oh, I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Finally, we have 2 Wet n Wild blushes. These are the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. I have pearlescent pink and I have Mellow Wine, which is my favorite. Let me show you. These blushes are really pigmented, super affordable, blend like a dream, and are just perfect. Just like all of the brushes I talked about today. This is Mellow Wine, and this is my favorite because the color is just, I like the color a little bit more. Don't know why. The corner of my eye is itching. So, yeah. Anyways, enough blushes. I know, you're tired. Me too. Now let's talk about some bronzers and highlighters. We're gonna start off with bronzers because I have 3 bronzers and 2 contours. Excessive. I'm 100% aware of that, but I couldn't help it. Contour. Once you see this and you see how bad it looks from the inside, you'll understand. This is my Kevin Aucoin sculpting powder in the color medium. Does it look like I use this thing? Not at all. It looks brand new, right? Of course not. There's a huge pan showing. It makes me so anxious about using this. I'm so scared of running out or it shattering on me. That would be my worst nightmare because this is my baby. This is my contouring hero. I love contouring, and this makes contouring so easy. If you want something from the drugstore, but you know that you're going to have to work a little bit harder to get it to work so seamlessly because the color is more intense, it's dark, and it's kind of a little bit trickier to use, but it's still so beautiful, and it gives you cheekbones of your dreams, and it's really good, but it's not as foolproof. It's the NYX blush actually in the color taupe. Once you see this, you'll know that this is not a blush for sure. This is the color. It looks so great, right? Who would use something this gray unless they want to look dirty all over their cheeks? This is a great contouring product though. If you want to contour with this, this is amazing. You have to be very careful, and you have to make sure that you don't have a lot of product on your brush because this can go south like that. Okie dokie, bronzers. In the summer, my favorite bronzer of life was something that I bought because of Katie and Desi, because I love them so much. And if you could tell me that there's one product that could potentially make you look somewhat similar to Katie and Desi, I would say just give it to me because I love them so much. And this is the MAC bronzer in, well, it's not actually a bronzer, it's a powder. It's a mineralized powder in the color Give Me Sun. It looks orange. It looks like almost a blush, but in the summer with like a brush like the MAC 135, it's bronzing goals, bronzing dreams come true. So beautiful. The packaging is boring. I don't know, like it's just a boring packaging. It's not like Marc Jacobs, but it's beautiful. Okay, now if I don't feel like looking super duper bronzed, but I always use bronzer every single day, but if I don't feel like looking a hella bronzy, I would grab something like this, which is my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, or Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is the lightest one. And it stinks because it smells like chocolate, and I don't like chocolate that much. I know, don't hate me. I'm sorry, I just don't like chocolate. But this is beautiful. This is a great one because the color is so soft, it blends so beautifully, and it doesn't make you look too dark and bronzy. It's great. One from the drugstore that is getting a lot of hype, that deserves the hype, although the smell again is, I'm dying right now, is the Physicians Formula Muru. What is it actually called? Butter bronzer. It has another name though. Muru butter bronzer. Yeah, that Muru part is just, it makes me laugh all the time because it's an interesting word. It's a kind of oil, I assume, or a kind of plant something. Not sure. Anyways, I'm not that interested. Don't tell me what Muru is. Don't want to know. But this bronzer though, except for the smell, it doesn't linger, so luckily I don't have to smell it for the entire day. But this is an amazing bronzer. If you want to look a little bit more bronzy than this, but not as tanned as this is the greatest happy medium. Love it. The application is another world, another planet. It's so easy. Oh, I love it so much. Finally, we have highlighters. I loved the Smashbox LA Lights Blendable Lip and Cheek Color in Hollywood and Highlights. My favorite, probably all year favorite, is this. This is a stick highlighter, I know, and a lot of people don't like stick highlighters, but on days where I don't have foundation and I don't feel like having foundation on my cheeks, this is my answer to glow naturally. It's beautiful. It blends in beautifully without or over foundation. I truly love it. Now, some drugstore some drugstore highlighters that I love, that I think deserve a lot of hype, and they are getting a lot of hype, come from Maybelline and Wet n Wild. The first one is getting so much hype, and I'm so glad because it so deserves it. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in the color Molten Gold. This is so stunning. Let me see if you can see how glowy it is. It's so creamy. It doesn't feel like it's high-end. If you were blind testing me and telling me whether to feel something and tell you whether it's high-end or drugstore, I would have thought that this costs $1,000 because it's so high quality. But it only costs like 10ish. Maybe less, maybe more, but it's so good. I love it. Alright, then we have another one that if you were to shut my eyes, blindfold me and tell me to feel it, stroke it, and tell you whether it's high-end or drugstore, I would have said it's high-end. It's from Wet n Wild, and this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Precious Petals. So pretty! So insanely beautiful. This is the prettiest, kind of almost rose goldish highlighter. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. That's the word. Love them. Now for high-end, the highlighter I love to use all over my face, including the center of my brows, center of my forehead, bridge of my nose, and a little bit of my chin, Cupid's bow, all over the face, comes from Il Makiage. I don't know if Il Makiage is available internationally, but it's definitely available in Israel. And this one is in the color Halo. It's not so incredibly shimmery, and that's a good thing because it means that you can use it without making your face look like a glitter ball. And that's not always the look I like to go for. Sometimes I do, but on most days the answer is unfortunately no. But it's just really, really pretty and I love it. Yeah, it's a great highlighter. Finally, for the days where I want something really, really more intense, much more intense, but unfortunately it's limited edition and I can't get it forever and it's making me very, very sad, is the Estee Lauder Heatwave. The packaging though, oh, it's packaging dreams. Packaging heaven. Yeah, it's called packaging heaven. It's great and I love it. Look at it from the inside though. Isn't it just beautiful? Oh, it's the prettiest highlighter I've ever had, or I've ever touched, or I've ever applied on my face. I love Maybelline and I love everything that I've talked about today. And I love all of my other highlighters, but this is the one. This is the one that wins my highlighting dreams. I love it so much. Okay, and that is it for cheek products. Now we have lips, and I think that's about it. We're almost done. Can you believe it? Start with some lip liners. I have so many lip liners to talk about. I don't feel like myself because I did not, like when I was first curating the products I was going to talk about, I didn't realize how many lip products I loved this year. The first one though is something that I've loved for a very long time, for those vampy days. Not for this one, for like, I'm going to show you, wait. But this is MAC Night Moth. MAC Night Moth is the only, and I repeat, the only lip liner I will use for really, really dark lipsticks because it's just vampy lips in a lip liner. So good. The formula of the MAC lip liners is a little bit irritating because it's dry and it tugs. But for the color, for the end result, I'm willing to kind of deal with that because it's just... We have drugstore lip liners, yay! The first one comes from Essence. It's so affordable, I know, but it's really, really good. The Essence lip liner in the shade Wish Me a Rose is the best pinky lip liner I've ever used in my entire life. This is how it looks, and it's just absolutely perfect. I would have never in my entire life picked any of them up had my friend not gotten them for me. One, which is this one, and I feel like I need to go grab a little bit or a lot more because they're really, really good. But these ones are my ultimate favorites though. These are the Pupa True Lips lip liner? What is it actually called? Lip liner smudger pencil. So on one side it has a smudger that I've never used, never will. And on the other hand, or on the other side, come on, it has the actual lip color or the lip pencil. They're so good. They're so creamy. So creamy. One of them is what I have on my lips right now, which is this one, 33. This is 33. It's perfect for what I have on my lips. For the summer when I feel like something orangey, I love using number 28. The best orange lip liner of life. When I feel like something kind of corally, I opt for number 30, which is this one. And when I want something kind of magenta purple, almost like close to venti but not quite there, I go with number 27, and it's probably my all-time favorite of all the lip liners that I have in my collection. Love them a lot. Now we have some lip products over here. Yes, I have so many, I know. Lip gloss. My favorite lip gloss of the year has got to be the Dior Lip Maximizer. This goes very beautifully over any lip product you have or over bare lips. It's just beautiful. I love it so much. I've had like tiny little samples that I used up, and so I decided to purchase this one, and I don't regret it. It's so dear, and it's so dear to my heart, and I just love it. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Okay, a tinted lip balm that I didn't really anticipate liking that much, but I ended up loving, is the Pixie by Petra Shea Butter Lip Balm in the color Pixie Pink. It's pink. I know, pink. But so pretty. So pretty. It's pigmented. It's nicely pigmented for just a lip balm, but the color is so beautiful. It's just great. Alrighty. For my favorite color in the summer, spring-summer, it was the Pupa I'm Pupa lipstick in the color 103. The best smelling lip products also are Pupa. This is it. This is like a beautiful coral, peachy coral. Lovely, truly lovely color. Finally, well, what am I talking about? We have one more, actually, sorry. We have one more lip balm that's kind of tinted, but it kind of adjusts to the pH or the temperature of your body or something. And it's the Dior Lip Glow Collagen Active, oh wait, hold on, no. Color Revive Balm, right? Yes. And it's one of my favorite lip products of all time. This is actually my second. I ran out of it at some point early in the year, and I felt guilty about repurchasing an expensive lip balm, but I just couldn't live without it. I just couldn't. My life almost felt like it was ending because I didn't have this one in my collection. I know, so dramatic, but for good reason, trust me. So it's just the best lip balm you can ever have, like on the daily in your purse 24/7. It's just, oh, best. Okay, now we have actual colors. So, for my favorite nude of the year, hold on, there's another one that I need to grab. Give me just a second. My favorite nudes of, no, seriously. My favorite nudes of the year were either this or this. They're both expensive, I know, but they're kind of the same price tag, and it's okay. Not too expensive, not like Tom Ford or anything like that, but it's MAC Lip Tensity in the color Dough. Such a beautiful kind of greigey color. And it's also Clinique Pop, not the matte ones, the regular ones, creamy ones, in the color 20, Sugar Pop. This is Dough, and this is Sugar Pop. This doesn't have any smell. This smells like a normal MAC lipstick, which a lot of people like the way they smell. And they're the best, like, everyday neutrals of life. and you should get them. Yeah, I'm just telling you, if you don't have them in your collection, you're missing out a lot. They're the best. Alright, now we have some actual colors. I'm gonna start out with my favorite lip product of the universe at the moment. And these are the Clinique Matte. Hold on, what is the actual name? Wait. These are the Clinique Pop Matte Lip Color and Primer. I have two colors because I couldn't stop at one, so I got two. I think I might even invest in more because I love them. But this is in the color 7, Pow Pop. It's one of those colors that gets you compliments and people go and buy the same color because you were wearing it before. It has happened, trust me. This is the color Pow Pop and it's just the best. That was my phone, I'm really sorry. Suddenly when you're filming a video, you get emails, you get text messages, you get Instagram DMs, you get Instagram stuff, Facebook things, everything. You become like the world's most popular person and you're really not. But anyways, the second one, which is what I have on my lips at the moment, is the Clinique also Pop Matte whatever in the color 8, Bold Pop. The most long-lasting, matte but not liquid, and comfortable lip products are these ones. They're the best. Trust me. I've tried so many and nothing has come close to these ones. Just nothing. Not even the ones I'm going to talk about right now, which I love, but I just don't love as much, or they're not Clinique. Okay? And these are the Smashbox Be Legendary Matte Lipsticks. I have two colors. I have, hold on. This one is the one I like to wear, sheared out. Almost like a greyish kind of lipstick, but it's actually a grey lipstick, and I like also to wear it like to pile it on and have like a grey lip kind of day. Love both options. This is in the color Punked. So beautiful, so beautiful. The color, everything about them is just lovely. They're very comfortable. They are long lasting, but they're just not Clinique. I'm just putting it out there. And the other one is my favorite Vampy, dark Vampy color in the color Plum Roll. It might look black from a distance, but it's not black. It's not black. It's like a beautiful kind of really dark aubergine, eggplant, plum kind of color. That is beautiful. Finally, the final product we're gonna talk about today. You know what? I'm gonna talk about perfumes. Hold on, I'm going to talk about perfumes as well. But the final lip product we're going to talk about today comes from YSL, and they are the YSL Kiss and Blush products. You can use them on your cheeks, but you can use them on your lips. And on the lips, they're so legendary. This was my favorite in the summer, and it's the color 05, and it's the best kind of peachy, watermelony kind of red. So pretty, and the one that I like to use all year round is the Baby Doll Kiss and Blush in the color 3, the prettiest pink of life. If you like pink lip products, you're gonna love this, I promise. Okie dokie, let's talk about some perfumes. Generally speaking, if I was going to describe the year in terms of scents, I would say this year was the year of the oceanic smells, like sea-inspired perfumes. So I have two perfumes that are just that. The first one is the Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Wood Sage and Sea Salt is my favorite Jo Malone candle. It's so fresh. It reminds me of like walking down the beach really early in the morning, where the beach is kind of close to a forest and the weather is kind of chilly and there is dew all over the leaves on the forest and also on like the ground. So you can smell dirt, so you can smell the earth, and you can smell the trees, and you can smell the ocean at the same time. It's that to me, and that sounds amazing. If it sounds amazing to you, then you'll probably love this, but it's so nice. Love it. Another perfume that I love so much that it's just really bad because it's limited edition is the Hermes Eau de Merveille Blue. My mom hates this, but everyone else that I know and myself are just obsessed with it. It's the nicest, watery, kind of fresh scent. Oh, it's beautiful. And God, I'm really tired. Finally, we have some skincare products. Yes. This year was the year where I discovered an amazing range of skincare products, and that is The Ordinary. The Ordinary is a range that I think was either like developed this year or it became really, really popular this year. And I have two products that I truly love. I have their toner, which is the glycolic acid 7% toning solution, which is great for taking care of any dead skin cells all over your face. So it daily and gently exfoliates your skin in a very, very gently and noticeable way. And it just makes your skin look fresh and glowy every single day of your life. And if you don't like that, then don't use it. But I think that everyone likes that kind of effect. So I love that. And the other one that I truly love from the range is their alpha lipoic acid, a concentrated 5%, a concentrated serum to brighten and target signs of age. This isn't actually like a serum, it's more of a treatment that you don't use on the daily. As they recommend, you should use it like from 2 times to 3 times a week. I do use it every other day, and I feel like my skin just gets so illuminated and rejuvenated afterwards that if I feel like my skin is kind of dull, this is the one that I go to fix that problem on the spot. It's that incredible. I love it so much. Lastly, we have a mask that I love using. Also kind of to make to rejuvenate my skin and make it feel renewed. And it's a very expensive skincare purchase, I know. It's from Sicily, Paris, and everything you buy from that line is like $200 or something like that. It's insanely expensive, but sometimes you have like discounts on this range for some reason in Israel, and sometimes you get them for like 50% off or like 40% off or something. I got this for 400 shekels, which is like $100. It is a lot of money, but considering the actual original price, I was very happy with that. And let me tell you, I would repurchase. It makes my skin feel so glowy and alive and nourished and just moisturized. It's lovely, and I love it. It's just one of the best skincare products of all time. And I think that is about it. Yeah, that's all of the products I want to talk about today. I've changed my mind and I want to include 2. Let's just shove them in at some point throughout the video. We're talking about candles. I love candles. I fell in love with candles this year, and I thought I would talk about my favorite candles. They're both from Laline, which is a brand that is available here in Israel, and I also saw it available in California, which blew my mind. I did not expect that. But these 2 candles from Laline are life-changing. I have them currently burning behind me. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Let's see. Yeah, they're the ones burning over here, and these are the ocean candle and the musk candle. I love the combination, and I love them separately. Like, I feel like I should just like open them and smell them right now, although I can smell the candles burning behind me. I don't know, because they're really, really good. Oh, so good, and they're relatively affordable, and they last for a long time. I also have like empties over here. They're empty ocean and empty musk behind me, and then we have these ones, and we have these ones over here that are brand new, not yet lit. As you can see, the wick is still white, so that is a good sign, no? Yeah, that is it. Thank you for listening to all of my rambles. I rambled for ages. I like this video. I think you should, because I mean, we have so many amazing products to talk about. We had so many amazing products to talk about, and I learned about so many things that I've been loving. Give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, because I'm so happy to film YouTube videos, and it makes me so happy. And if you like to see other things that I do on the daily, because I do sometimes tend to film like makeup looks and stuff like that on Instagram Live. So follow me on Instagram at Carol.A, and I shall see you very soon in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment telling me about some of your favorite products, and I will be sure to check them out if that is possible, and I will definitely try them. Thank you so much for your watch, for your time. I hope it wasn't too long. It probably was, but it's okay. it's okay, we persevered, we're still here, right? We're still alive, and 2018 is off to a great start, and I wish you an amazing year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!